So, welcome to part 8 of the slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2024 Festival of the Unexceptional here at Grimsthorpe Castle in Lincolnshire. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if I fall over. I mentioned to somebody earlier on, but it's almost as bad as falling over. And if there's wind noise, I'm afraid just the way it goes on this channel. So this is a 1971-72 Triumph 1500. It's not a Dolomite. Brian, whose Dolomite I drove in 2022, was just over there with his Dolomite, and we've been looking at this car very carefully. It's got a sprint front end with the front spoiler. It's got a sprint steering wheel with the 1500 seats, and yeah, it's just far too early for 1500 Dolomite, which didn't come out till 1976. So somebody's been sort of having a good play around with bits in there, which is interesting. Far more conventional is this Citroen 2CV, one of many 2CVs we've seen today. This one is sort of 84 to 85 on a B. And then the Hyundai X2 Pony, 9192, that used to be owned by Amber from Driven 24/7. This is, I think, had a few people actually who've owned this since she had that. Still dealing with the rust on the tailgate, I see. From Bamble Garage, which is down in Dibden, Purlieu, just on the edge of New Forest. Then, very nice, I really like these viewers. 1990 to 1991 Ford Sierra Sapphire 2000E. Look at all this luxury, viewers. Electric rear window switches down there, and leather seats, and automatic transmission, and I think you might have even got air conditioning in this, but I'm not too sure. That is very special. Someone's put a gear badge on it, which wouldn't be correct for a 2000E. I think I love that. That's an absolutely fantastic car. Let's have a look at this Peugeot 306 and see if we can talk about it, viewers. Warning was at the start. Oh no, we can't. Okay, we better move on then and have a look at this Mercedes A-Class. This actually is a 99, so this is within the sort of core years of the festival seems to recommend. I mean, obviously there are years other side which are perfectly fine, it doesn't matter too much about that, but that is eligible for the concourse. Wow, the elegance trim. Mr. Richardson from Furious Driving is somewhere around here. I have seen him. You can spot in the background of one of the parts I've already filmed, actually. He's bought his 1997 Rover 200 VI. Unlike him, I find these a bit uncomfortable to drive. I don't get on the driving position in these, but I have driven this, and it's pretty good. It handles well. His one is gradually sort of being smartened up in the course of a long time. Then we've got 1995-1996 Volvo 960. Facelifted one. These are amazing cars, actually. This one has a manual gearbox, which is rare, actually. Most of these were automatic. Even the 2.5 and 3 litres were normally auto. That's a manual, so it's a rare thing, that. Honda Accord Coupe. There actually are about 3 of these here today, and this one happens to be green with a beige leather interior and wood. I do like a nice straight leather interior, viewers, and this one's even a V6 as well. Very nice, very tasty. 1989 to 90 Toyota MR2, first generation one. Someone's obviously been having fun in a competition in that. Then 1997-1998 Mercedes-Benz W210 E-Class, the avant-garde trim. We'll see on the back what specification this is exactly. Or no, we won't, because someone's taken that off. Never mind. Right, Rover 45 pre-facelift, Impression 2. I hope this has got a 1.6 engine. It has. I've seen this in many shows before. The Impression 2, the Impression and Impression S special editions were crazy. There were so many of them. Yeah, very nice. We'll probably see that at the BL Autumn Rally as well in September. Let's just check the Citroen Zara. Is this the only Zara we've actually seen here so far? I mean, we're on 8 parts now, so we've seen quite a number of cars. Yes, it probably is. 1.6 LX Desire Automatic Estate. Not many of them. The Zara's just completely forgotten now. Even the VTS, I have driven, actually drove one No Budget Reviews a while ago. So Volkswagen, I think this is, they call these the T3 model. I get confused, viewers, about this. Probably by this stage it's got a water-cooled engine as opposed to the earlier air-cooled models. Volkswagen Camping, they call them. My gosh, another Eurovan. We've seen 3 of these. I mean, I haven't seen any of these for ages, but here's another one. It's a Fiat Ulysse, I think they call this. I'm tempted to say Ulysse, but that would be French. And it is a petrol. A 2-litre petrol. Excellent. 1996, 1997. Fantastic. Proton 1.3 GE Saloon. Yes, base model 1994. Part of the legendary John Copeland collection. Yes, indeed. He's here today somewhere. Nissan N16 Almera, the SE model. Actually, I heard these are quite nice to drive. Actually, I don't think necessarily there's classic interest in these yet, but obviously it's good to see it here. It's the sort of thing that in just like a year or two would be eligible for the concours. Toyota Paseo. I argue these are probably classics now. I actually have driven one of these. It was a pretty nice drive, to be honest. The one I drove. They all in this country have the same engine, the same 1.5 engine. You could get an SI or an ST, I think. I think that's what they were called. 2003 Toyota Yaris Mark 1. This looks like quite a high spec one. I think it's like a CDX or something. It's automatic. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's a CDX. Yes, 1.3 CDX was the most luxurious one. That is a late pre-facelift one. Rover Tomcat, 1993 to 1994. You can tell we're almost at the end now. It's all going crazy. 1993, 1994. The 220 Turbo Coupe. Superb. I'm surprised that's the first one of these I've seen actually today. 1972-73 Triumph TR6, and then a facelifted Mark 1 Laguna. Personally, I'm actually more interested in this than the TR6, but there we go. It's just all personal preference. It's the Alizé model there. There's the Triumph there. Right, we're going to have to check carefully about this ZT here, viewers. This one's had a interior swap. Could you get beige leather on this ZT? That is actually a petrol one as well. Very nice. Don't exactly know what petrol engine's in it, but it's a petrol. That's all that counts. And then another Vectra B. This one is a 1.8 GLS. It's an early one. This actually, maybe it's 95, 96. The 4-cylinder ones aren't especially nice to drive, but the 6-cylinder ones are very nice indeed. Then the predecessor was this Mark III Cavalier facelift 1.8 GLS. Similar Family 2 engine in these rather than the Family 1. And 15 Almera. Superb. I do like very much. I'd like to drive an M15 Almera actually. Very much like to try one. Yeah, that one sort of 1997, 1998. There's the back of the Cavalier Saloon. Mark III Fiesta LX. Is this a 1.3 LX? It's 1.1. Have we got the actually the later mirrors, but the earlier front end. This is like a crossover model. I think I've seen this before. It's like a crossover from when they actually started doing a facelift in 1994. It's got new bits and old bits on it. How strange. Another one of these, I think T3 they call these, the Volkswagen bands. And then another Tolbrook Matrarena. Seems to be breeding down here, don't they? Some Sports Cars Unlimited of somewhere in County Durham, 091. Yeah. 1983, 84 on an A, that one. Mattress Specialist. There's the back of that Volkswagen Transporter. I think this is the only Allegro we've actually seen here, which is surprising actually. Is that Harvest Gold or Sandglow? I forget now. It looks very similar to Lime Flower, but Lime Flower I think is an earlier colour than that. 1300 Super Estate, 1977, 78 on an S. That looks really nice. I have actually driven Allegro Estate, and it was 1.5, and it's pretty good actually. I liked it. And we've got the Nissan Cherry. Let's get this right actually. This has come to many events in the past. I think the front end's been redone on this as well. It's the Cherry F2. I forget the generation of this. It's known as the 120A in some places. It's very confusing what Nissan Datsun ranges in the 1780s. Really confusing. Anyway, 78 I think that one is. Mark 1 MX-5, in this case actually a Unos. 1994, 1995, which is they're all over the shows, so definitely not too forgotten at the moment. Early 90s Mini, 91, 92 on J. You'll see we've had some repairs there. I mean, like the Fourth Bridge Minis, you've just got to keep going, haven't you, all the way through. Yeah, so we've then got the Sierra, which I keep seeing everywhere. A GL 4-speed, but it's not actually a GL, but it's just the tailgate's from a GL, as far as I understand it. It's actually just an L. It's registered in 1983. And yes, we have the poverty spec door mirrors because only the really low spec models got these door mirrors. It's not the absolute base one. The absolute base ones would have an unpainted grille in the middle of there, but it's got a painted one, so it's not an absolute base spec one, but it is quite lowly. We've got the older wheel trims in this as well for the low spec ones. Let's see if we can cross the road without getting run over. So we'll wait for this splitter to go through, 64 splitty. I haven't seen that so far. And then this Phase 2 Citroen CX. We have seen that, definitely. Right, so we'll have to look at 75 carefully. We know, the drill. We check the rev counter. This though is alright, this 916 Alfa Romeo Spider by Pininfarina. That is, it's pretty good. The Basil brushes in there as well. It's the 2 litre twin spark. Right, let's have a look at this Rover 75. Just as well I checked, viewers. Can't talk about it. Anyway, 1988 Metro, no Austin badge because it removed in 1987. Metro, probably a 1.3L. Yeah, still marketed by Austin Rover, who changed their name to Rover Group in 1988, but never, not until Rover Metro came out in 1990 did these have any Rover badges on them. Those wheels are, centre caps are wrong. Then we've got a Peugeot 404 Commercial, I think these are called. I think they stopped making this type of pickup truck in 1991 for some markets. It was going forever. And then next to it is another Peugeot 305. I thought this 305 would be the only one that was actually here, but I was wrong. Here is another 305 estate. There's one sort of way down the other far end, and it's a petrol because we've got a rev counter in here going up to 8,000 RPM. We'll have to go around this way, viewers, so we don't get in the way of people. Wow. Is that rust actually structural or is it not? I don't know, viewers. I'm not a tester, so I wouldn't be able to say. But what an amazing car. Incredible car.
2.2 and that's 2.7. The 2.7s aren't as good, to be honest.
It's me. It's fantastic. Then the E30 BMW 3 Series pre-facelift 1985-86 on the C. Maybe like a 320 or something. No, 318i, that one. Again, ironically, this car is supposed to be too old to be. Like, you can't enter it into a concourse because, well, it's 69 to 99 only. But up in here, it's fine. It's an MG 1100. This is a Mark 1. The 1300 didn't come out to the Mark 2s, which were a little bit later in 1957. But that is rather nice. 1990 to 1991, facelifted Peugeot 309 GL. So many 309s here. I didn't realise there were so many of them left. I thought most of them had died to give their engines to 205s and things, but here we go. Here is one. Same year, Renault 5 GT Turbo. I wonder if this has got a Volvo swap in it or not. It's got the original engine. No, it looks like original engine. One of these. Superb. That looks really nice. I know it's a 1990s car, but actually it's very 80s in that colour. 1999 to 2000 Alfa Romeo 145 1.8 twin spark. Excellent. This is not the one that Mr. Richardson and Furious Driving owns. This is a 2-litre Cloverleaf. I have driven it a little bit later to 2000. He is here today somewhere. We'll maybe bump into him again a little bit, but there we go. Then Mercedes E-Class W124. So you facelifted W124. E220 be about sort of 93, 94. 2000 Toyota Avensis. The Vermont edition. I think that was a special edition of some kind. I'd really like to try one of these actually. I've never driven a Mark 1 Avensis. It looks very similar to me in many ways to the Carina E that went before, which I have driven. Oh, viewers, look at this. A Volvo 360 GLT. Now that is properly tasty. Yes, 1988 to 89, 360 GLT injection with the 2-litre Volvo red block in it. Fantastic. Same sort of era as this 340 GL 1.7 with the Renault F-Type engine in it. I like 340s, but I really, really like the 360s. I think they are superb. Yeah, wonderful. Obviously, some people might argue that this is far more in the spirit of the event, but it is, but I still prefer the 360. This is very, very special. Let's look at that. 2001 Vauxhall Corsa C 1.4 Elegance with the 1.4 Family 1 engine in it. Very, very, very low mileage. Absolute conquest edition. I've never seen a Corsa C like that before. To skip that one and move on to this ADO 16. This will be a Morris 1100 because they didn't make the 1300 until 67, that's the 66. Then we've got an early Metro. This isn't exactly bottom of the range because if it was a bottom of the range it wouldn't have a passenger mirror on it, but I think it's a 1-litre L. Again, we've got some sort of socialising going on here, so I can't show too much of the backs of them because there's about it's a Morris 1100. Look at that sort of very basic instruments in there. The 64 Austin 1100 I drove had a different dashboard from that, which is weird. I don't know why you'd need that, but that's the way it was. 1992 Metro 310 van. This was the absolute last of the shape of Metro. They made the vans until 1992. It wasn't badged as an Austin. Austin name had been removed from the cars in 1987, so just a Metro 310 city van. And then another car that I've actually driven on the channel. This is a 1988 Fiesta Mark II 1.1L CTX automatic. And I drove this in the very, very first episode of Sensible Secondhand Classics. That was, I think, March 2021. So there we go, that's how it all began. My grandfather had a 1.1 gear CTX as well, actually. His was an 89. Yeah, Mark II. Volkswagen Lupo in lurid shade of yellow with a kind of sort of folding roof. Interesting. Vauxhall Astra GTE. I haven't seen a GTE yet. We've seen an SRI, but not a GTE. And do we have a Digidash? I think so. I can't quite see, but I think so. I remember when Mark II Astras all looked like this, kind of a bit sort of worse for wear, but it's nice to see one that's in that sort of condition really these days. Mark II Golf GTI 16 valve. Superb. Big bumper model. 1990 to 1991. 1978-79 Ford Granada Mark II 2-litre L. Most of them left actually for the Mark IIs, a much higher specification than this, so it's quite nice to see this, and a very basic dash in this as well. I think you could buy like a base Granada below this, but that was just probably the one that if you went into a Ford dealership in 1978-79, which was the cheapest one you'd be offered. And then we've got something really extraordinary here. This is a base model Daewoo Lanos is a 1.4S, absolute bottom of the range, and that is in actually superb condition. Absolutely sort of nothing at all. The black bumpers like that, yeah, that is fantastic. Then we got the I think X300 or X308, yeah, X308 this one, Jaguar XJ Sport, be about 99, 2000, something like that. Personal plate, so not entirely easy to say, but there we go. That Audi and the Rover, I think we'll just do a bit of investigation before we say for sure. So Audi A6, this one, 1994, 1995 on an M. It is a petrol one. It's quite a low spec, this one actually. It's the 2.6 with just nothing on it. This is a 2001 Revo 75 2.5 V6. It's probably not a connoisseur because we haven't got a leather interior or anything. It'd be like a club or something like that, I think. And that colour is Wedgwood blue. So, 1985 Fiesta 1.1 Popular Plus with the poverty spec dash in it. Yes, the old poverty dash. The high spec Mark II Fiesta's got a different dashboard from this. Yeah, Popular Plus. I'm surprised you've got a rear wiper on that. Triumph Vitesse 2 litre, 1969 to 1970. That is very nice. Yeah, that's right. And then a Rover SD3. I'm surprised we haven't seen any more of these here today, actually. 213 probably like this. 3 facelift. It's a 213S in beige. It's very nice condition considering how rusty they got. Another Nissan Prairie. Obviously the cars often carried both Datsun and Nissan batteries between 1982 and 1984. Can't believe that 2 of these Prairies here. That's crazy. Then I think this is a Mark 1 Honda Prelude, a very late one. I thought it'd be finished actually like 1981, but this is an 82, 83 plate, so maybe it's a late registration or something. I don't think I've actually seen one of these before in a very, very long time. What a superb car. Wow. Then 1995, 1996 Toyota MR2 SW20 shape. What rev this is, I have absolutely no idea because there are 5 different revs for these. And don't ask me to tell you apart because I can't tell you. Then I think this is a Fiat 900T van, 1978-79 on a T plate. This is what Ian Seabrook would have driven on Hobden like years and years ago. Superb condition, rather like this Fiorino that's next to it, which is I think based on the 127. 127, I drove one of those a long time ago, back in 2022, that Mr. Bushby, the Fiat expert, has in his collection. Then a Beetle, 1970, my Cara Laura. See, designed for some wedding stuff at the moment, 1300. It's very, very original looking that. Nissan Primera. Is that a saloon with a rear wiper view? Oh, yes, I think it is. Well, I think that'd be a 2 litre SLX. Having just driven a P11 Primera, that is warming the cockles of my heart. Wow. One needs the leather interior, and then I'd probably buy something like that for myself. Excellent. Honda Record Aero Deck, I think these were called. 1991, 1992, just before they bought the sort of UK assembled one in, but the States, of course, continue to be made in America. It's a different generation of them. We've got here Lada Niva, 1600, 1994, 1995. Considering that this is from the 90s, this car looks very, very 70s, and of course that was when it was designed, so no surprise really. Subaru Legacy. This is a first generation Legacy as far as I you can see. 1993, 1994. It's a turbo as well. Amazing. Yeah, but Defender we're going to have to skip. So let's go on to this very nice Peugeot 306 Cabriolet, the Roland Garros Special Edition. Very nice. Roland Garros with a white leather interior and very interesting door cards. Probably a 2 litre, imagine something like that. Yeah, superb. And got another Dolomite here. This looks like an 1850 HL to me. Quite a late one. 80 to 81 registration. Yeah, the fog lamp, required by 1981. 1995, 1996 Volvo 940 2.3. Yes, with a bit of wood. Oh, and leather. Is this like a GLE or something, or is it something else? I'm not sure, viewers. This said AX Dimension. This is the second one we've seen. Yeah, maybe. We've got a rev counter, which is a clock. It's just a clock, because of course it is. Because who needs luxury when you can have a clock? Then the 1988 Mitsubishi Colt that I drove on No Budget Reviews. Filmed a review, I think just last month it was. I filmed it, yeah, just last month. Same owner has both this and this 1989 Seata B for 900 Special. Special is especially slow. It was slow. I wasn't even what I want to say about it. I think it's 45 horsepower in this little old Fiat engine. It's still good though. It's in amazing condition. The Colt's a little bit rougher, but it's still nice to see both of them. The Colt's even rarer than the Ibiza. Vauxhall Corsa B. This is I can't remember what this is called now. The special edition. There are tons of Corsa B special editions. 1.4. Nissan Serena. Can't talk about that. That was one of the slowest accelerating cars ever. I'm not supposed to say anything. Very early Maestro, 1983, from Hennies of Yule. I think this is a base spec model because it's not going to have a passenger mirror on it. Maestro was launched March 83, so it's one of the very first. Sorry, I thought it was a 1.3L. I do apologise, I thought it was a really basic one. Obviously, I don't know what the base one wouldn't have got that this got. You actually got painted bumpers, which is quite something in 1983. Then, same era, 82-83 Vauxhall Astra 1.6S EXP. Special edition. There are actually 2 EXPs here today. This is the 1.6. There is a 1.3 here as well, which is good. That Focus we're going to have to skip. 2002 to 3 Fiat Seicento. It's very similar in colour to the one I drove in 2022. Again, this is a 1.1 SX, like the one that I drove. And yeah, apart from the scary pedal box, they're quite good fun. Yeah. Fiat Barchetta. 1997, 1998 on an R. This isn't an import, by the way. This is actually a UK spec car. It's just all of them were in left-hand drive. You had to actually get the conversion done yourself if you wanted that. Ford Fiesta Mark III facelift. This might even be one of the Fiesta Classics, which are the continuation models of these for a couple of years. We've got a rev counter in there as well. I can just show you there. Crack the window. Yeah, Fiesta Mistral. I think that was one of the continuation models. On the Mark IV came in 1995. Suzuki Alto, year 2000. I think all of the Altos of this type were 1 litre GL. This was an automatic as well, which is crazy to me, but there we go. We'll have a look at the streetwise in a second, viewers. Let's go to this Mark I Cavalier. 1981 to 1982 Cavalier Mark I. This is what I like, just an L. That could even be a 1.3. Superb. I'd love to drive one of those actually. Yeah, 81 would be one of the very last of those. Rover Streetwise 3-door based on the Rover 25 and MG-ZR and the Rover R3200, all very similar. I have driven one of those. It was a 5-door I drove last year. And that is it for this part. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.